the hucksters always seem to have crowds that were lured. How come Andy Griffith could always see through the hucksters? But yet another Ecuador guru is packing up and leaving. Little by little, they just pack up and leave. And what does that do to all their little followers? You know, we're the only ones that have consistently delivered to you honest, unbiased, what it's really like information on video. We have consistently done so. And for those that have taken it and accepted it, they've avoided a lot of issues. So many gurus. Whenever one or two of these gurus pack up, guess what sprouts back up in their place? Yes, another guru. There's more and more video bloggers, more and more of them. And this is one of the things about this job, this vlogging it's so annoying, is that YouTubers are flaky. YouTubers are flaky. Not you though. Not you. I know it's not you. The other YouTubers, they're, you know, you get all these vloggers sprouting up and people like to bounce around and go to different videos, which is normal, right? Except for, I've always said, know your vlogger. At a letter from a well-known, no names, well-known retired abroad guy that's now writing for one of the big Ram magazines. You know, and it's got its regular prose in there and making it sound like you just can't go wrong. Retiring abroad. I'm just talking about these gurus and who you listen to. We're going to go to the Coral and get some last-minute food for the trip. There's the wedding boy. Yeah. But I mean, it's like, if a guy, it's like this letter. The guy's talking about retiring abroad, and yet he himself has not really retired. In a general sense, he has retired abroad because he is abroad for pretty much all his life. However, he's never really retired to any particular country. He's just globetrotting all the time. But here he is putting out this letter, making it sound like he's the quote-unquote guru that you should listen to, in the sense that, yeah, hey, you can go abroad and you can buy real estate. Hey, guess what? Don't mean to burst your bubble. You can buy real estate in your own country. And hey, you can trade foreign currencies. Guess what? You can trade foreign currencies from home. Hey, guess what? North America is still at least in the top 5 economies in the world. In the world, per capita GDP, household income, is still in the upper half a dozen countries in the world. It's inching down, but it's still up there. So none of these pitches make any sense to me. They never have. But here I am. Here we are. We're in Cuenca, enjoying it. So, wasn't it Tim Ferriss of the 4-Hour Work Week about a decade ago that started all this how to become a guru online? And so yeah, Tim Ferriss is the first one that started in the book How to Become an Online Guru, and one of the things was get interviewed by a TV station. You know, and nowadays you can just make your own TV station on YouTube. It's so hard for people to just wade through all the hooks and all these additional bloggers, YouTubers. It just means that people are going to have way more stuff to watch and read, but that just also means you're going to have even more diligence. We've always needed to have diligence. Always. You always have had to have the diligence. How come Andy Griffith could always see through the hucksters, but then you always had crowds? The hucksters always seemed to have crowds that were lured by the amazing sales pitch.
Andy Griffith was really wise. He could see through it.
He could see through it. And huckster means somebody that buys and sells, or has for sale. But it's not the act of having something for sale. It's the distinction between a legitimate seller and a huckster is that the huckster is really putting out snake oil, number one, and number two, he's doing it in such a way that you don't know it. And that's why in Andy Griffith there's always these crowds, even though there's just snake oil, but people just were lured by the wonderful sounding pitches. Yeah, speaking of the RAM, like if you would have listened to us 30 years ago, we were the first ones that were telling you to buy Costa Rican property. You should have listened to us, and that's why you need to listen to us now. And now we're telling you to do this. Tell you something, guys, I'm writing a book on this stuff, and it is going to blow the lid off of everything. People are actually leaving Costa Rica because of the crime rates. I don't expect the Rams to tell you that. Remember this video. This is a recurring theme with the move abroad, live abroad, invest abroad. You've got the stages where nobody's there yet and things are still somewhat peaceful. Then things seem to get a little better because they put more tourist police. But when it comes to full fruition and it's all, the whole picture has matured and the foreigners totally just blow the locals out of the water with their wealth. And that's when the crime rates get way out of hand. And it takes a few years for everything to mature to that level. But that's the vicious cycle of live abroad, move abroad. Could have gone to Miami and just paid, or Tampa or whatever, beach towns, and paid full retail, and full retail advertised prices were 30 to 40, $50,000 was rare. I mean, I only looked at a few weeks. I'm sure there was stuff for that. I'm just saying, if you would have just bought it retail, you know, housing, how well would you have done? So how smart? Okay, you get the point, right? This all fits in with retiring abroad because there's so much information on the internet, and this just means you're going to have to do more work of wading through it all and making sense. But even so, there are always fish that get hooked, aren't there? All the time. All the time.